It's connecting the live stream.
The people are not there, are they? Are the people here?
They might be in it virtual.
I mean, like right now. Like
you will see it once you get to your session.
I mean, can they hear me talking right now? Have you connected it where they hear me?
Yeah, it's connected. It just said we're live.
Hello, 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 everyone. This is Aundria Campbell. Thank you so much for joining me in my virtual presentation of Gamifying Your Classroom. All right, as you see here, I said my name is Aundria Campbell and I'm with Technology in Motion. And if you are not familiar with what we do, we offer free technology professional development for all of the staff and teachers throughout the state of Alabama. So first off, if you would like to, and it would really be an amazing thing if you did, you can either use your cell phone and you can scan this QR code, or you can even use the link at the bottom. I have some clickable links that are in my presentation. And hold on, this is closed. Okay, sorry about that. Another feed was on. But like I said, I have some clickable links throughout my presentation that I'm going to really need you to be sure that you click on, because I'm going to try to add a little bit of interaction with this presentation. Now, I'll go ahead and give you a heads up. There is going to be maybe between a 30 and 60-minute delay with this presentation. So if we have a moment of where there's quietness, or it's like, oh my goodness, where did she go? Just know that it is the delay that I am coming on through. All right, so let's keep this thing moving. All right, so like I said before, I'm with Alabama Technology in Motion, and here is where my colleagues and I are housed. We are each housed at one of the major universities. If you're interested in getting more information on Technology in Motion, feel free to visit us at this link here. All right, so what does it mean to gamify your, excuse me, let me go back. Got to click happy. What does it mean to gamify your classroom? Well, first of all, gamification is the application of a game design element and game principles in a non-game content such as education. It can make your lessons so much more engaging. It gets your students excited. I mean, think about it. What if a lot of our students are doing right now? They are playing video games, or they have an iPad in their hand, or sometimes they have a phone in their hand. So as an educator, what do we need to do? We need to jump on the bandwagon, and we need to do what is interesting to them. All right, so just like I said, we can do things like playing video games, and you know how students get rewarded for doing what they're supposed to do. We can do that. We're going to teach them how to get rewarded. And if you fail, it's okay. We're going to teach them methods where they can go back and try it again. And we're just going to encourage them and motivate them to continue working hard to reach the goal. A lot of students pick up things at different rates, and at different times. And when you're using gamification, it can give students to do this without having a penalty. Because, just when you're playing a game, something happens. Oh man, you come back and you try it again. And that's what we want to encourage our students to do. If you make a mistake with something, hey, it's okay. You pick up and you try it again, okay? So those are some of the things that we're going to try to encourage through gamification. So how can we gamify? All right, you can use different software. There's so many different softwares, and I'm going to show you a few things that I like to use when I'm trying to gamify a lesson. You can make different types of quests for students. You can give points away, like bonus points. Be generous with them. You can give them bonus points, or experience points and things like that. You can give them different options. Just like when they're playing a video game, they have different options to go down this path or to go down that path. Give them different options. Don't tell them that this is your only method for solving the problem. You can make badges. We're going to do that today. I'm going to show you how to make digital badges. You can foster collaboration. You can create leaderboards. Students are so competitive with each other. And you can make it fun. It doesn't have to be in a situation where people's feelings are hurt. I'm going to show you how to make those things fun. Like I said before, with the bonus points, again, you can redefine failure. Failure does not mean that it is the end. It just means, hey, maybe we need to find a different method, or maybe we need to try a different way, to get to the goal. And we're going to do that. And then reward mastery. I mean, that's with anything in life. And think about when students are playing their video games or playing on their iPad or their tablet, what are they trying to do? They're trying to get those experience points. They're trying to save the princess in the castle, so give them something that they are going to win, or give them something to look forward to. Even if it is something as a digital badge, students want to have something as a reward. And we're going to do that today. All right, so the first thing that I want to show you all is Flippity. All right, so Flippity, it's super, super easy, and it's super, super, super duper cool. It allows you to get any Google spreadsheet, and you can turn it into flashcards. You can turn it into a matching game. You can turn it into a spelling quiz. It just kind of gives a twist on your average thing that you would do. So before we move on, if you have ever done a session with me, you will know that I am very much known for leaving my presentation and going directly into the software, okay? And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to leave my presentation. We're going to go into the software, and I'm going to show you how this works. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to go in Flippity and kind of try some things out for yourself, okay? So if you just give me a minute, I am going to leave my presentation and I'm going to go to Flippity. And while I'm doing that, you will notice that every time I introduce a new program, there will be a little GIF or a video just as a demonstration. So later on, you're able to go back and you can kind of see the steps that I took to get there, okay? So let's go to Flippity. And all it is flippity.net. And yes, this is free, okay? This is free. A lot of the things that I'm gonna show you, I'm thinking all of the things that I'm gonna show you are either free or they have a free version, okay? So you're gonna go to flippity.net. Don't do it yet. First, I want you to watch me. And then I'm gonna give you a few minutes to go in and kind of play around with it yourself. Let me move this. All right, so what we're going to do here, if you see here, right here, the first tab, this is for a spreadsheet-based activity, which would mean here, these are all of the different activities that they have to show you. So you see each one has a demonstration, and then you also have the instructions on how to use it, and then you have a template. So what all of these are going to do is when you click on the template, it's going to say you need to copy it and put it in your Google Drive. So then you're going to get that template. You're going to add what you want to add. And then what you're going to do is you are going to share the Flippity link with your students. Okay. So we're going to try one really quick. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to kind of play around in Flippity yourself. And then I want you to just try to see some things that you might like or some things that you might want to try with your students. All right, so I'm going to try the spelling words. This is one of my favorite ones. And I'm just going to go directly to the template, okay? You see here it's saying, would you like to make a copy? And yes, I want to make a copy. All right, so right here, what you would do for the template of this is you're going to put your students' names. All right, so with the spelling activity, what it's going to do is your student is going to find their name, okay? And then you're going to put the words that are going to be assigned for each student. So this gives you a way to you can kind of, if you have, you can kind of make your groups and they can have different spelling words and no one has to know except them. Okay, so I'm not going to go through and change this. This is already done. This is just an example, but you can go through here and you can edit it and you can make it your own. Now, what you will notice right here, when you see a word and then you see a sentence in quotations, what it's going to do is when I click on that word, it also has a sentence that it's going to read with it. So you can make this any way you want. If you want the word to be read aloud, and then read a sentence, all you have to do is write the word here. And then you're going to put your sentence and put it in quotations. So like I said, I'm not going to edit this. So you go here, the spelling words, you edit this, add your students' names, and you make it your own. Then you have here your options to change the language. You also have the speech rate and, the randomized quiz. And yes, because there is a quiz that is included in this also. So this is what the next thing you have to do. You have to get your link. Now, before you do that, the thing with Flippity is what you have to do is you have to make this public to the web. And I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to go to File. And then all of this is in the instructions that are on each of the Flippities. So I'm going to go here to File. And then I'm going to go to Publish to the Web. That is key. If you do not publish it to the web, your Flippity link will not work. So I'm going to click on Publish to the Web. And I'm going to say Publish. And it's going to say, are you sure you want to publish it? I sure am. All right, now this is not the link that you want though. So we have this. Now I'm going to close it. But the link that I want is right here. It says, this is the link to your flippity.net spelling words. So I'm going to click right here And I'm just going to go ahead and go directly to it. So this is what it will look like when you give the link to your students. Now you can push this link out through Google Classroom. You can use Remind. Any of those things are fine. You can use them. So I'm just going to pick one of these names because remember I said you need to make sure that you put your student's name in and your students know to come and find their name to complete their assignment. Okay, so I'm going to click on Abby. And I'm going to click on the word.
$DOLLAR.
All right. You see how it's doing that? And I'm going to click on one more.
Laugh. LAUGH. Laugh.
So this is a great activity that you can do in small groups. If you have centers, let your students get the headphones. Let them do something different, you know? So then if you go to practice.
Spell. Dollar.
So this is like a practice test. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write DOLAR. I'm going to misspell it on purpose, and I'm going to ask it to check it.
Oops.
And
Dollar.
it gives me an oops.
DOLLAR.
And it corrects it for me. So, you know, this is your practice test. And then from there, if I wanted to go to the next word, I could click on this blue arrow here. But then you have a quiz next. After they have done the practice, then they can do the quiz.
Spell. Pretty.
And I'm going to write PRETTY because we're assuming I've done all of the words.
Spell. Picnic.
All right, I'm not going to do all of the words. So what I would do, I would finish all of the words. And then what it's going to do is it will email a copy of the quiz to me in that Google spreadsheet that I had earlier. Let me see if I can go back to it. Let me see, where was that? There is an option right here where it says email results to. I would simply put my email address in. And then what it's going to do is when the students finish the quiz, it's going to email the students' results to me. Now, this is free. This is a quick way to get an assessment, okay? So yeah, this is one of the things about Flippity that I love. It's adding, you know, something digital to the curriculum. It is something different and it is engaging, and you've made it a game. You know, you saw when we got one of the words incorrect, you know, it just made the you know, the little buzzer sound just like in a game, you know, but it gave me an opportunity, you know, to get it spelled correctly, and then it gave me the quiz. So then you also have the option for more. And it has all of these different things that are already built with the list of words that you provided, okay? So you don't have to go through and do all of these extra activities. It's already there, okay? And I love, love, love that. So, you know, it's a win-win for everyone. They have done this for you, and the students get to go in and have some fun with it. All right, so let me go back to my presentation here. And I want to go back and see where I am with my presentation, because I believe it is time for me to give you an opportunity to kind of play around in Flippity. So what we are going to do is, now right here it says 10 minutes on the screen. We're not going to do 10 minutes. What we are going to do is I would like for you to go to flippity.net. I want you to explore all of the different activities, okay? Then I want you to create one Flippity activity, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna, instead of 10 minutes, because of this delay, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, and I'll set the timer in here. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to go in and kind of play around with Flippity a little bit. After you have played around and after you've created at least one Flippity, if you would go to the social wall and say, "You rock," to let me know that you've got it completed, okay? So while y'all are working on that, if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and post them in that social wall. And while you're working, I'm gonna go to the social wall myself. And if there's any questions in there, I'll go ahead and begin answering them out loud, and we'll just kind of go from there. All right, so you have 5 minutes. Go to flippity.net and try to make your own Flippy, kind of play around and Flippy a little bit. All right, you have 5 minutes starting right now. All right, I see where somebody missed the first slide. I'm going to go back to it so you can get the URL. So I'm in the social wall now. Okay, I've posted it. Here's the URL right here. And here is the QR code. All right, I have it right here. All right, let me go back. And at the end, if someone else still needs the QR code, I'll try to get to the social wall. I will get back to the social wall, but I'll try to make sure I don't miss anything. And if so, I'll have my contact at the very end on the last slide, where if you just send me an email, I'll make sure that you get it. Because some of you all are asking about the presentation. I'll be happy to share it with you if you didn't get it. I'm loving the things that are going on in the social wall. You guys are awesome. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Loving the ideas. Y'all are great. Y'all are great. Y'all are great. You know, and just kind of just imagine and think of the things that you can do with your classroom. And like I said, this is free. You can do so many things, so many things. I'm getting a bunch of you rocks. Awesome sauce. We have about 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Awesome sauce. I appreciate you all participating. Thank you so much. Let's see the randomizer. Maybe you could possibly make something. This is the question. Someone said how I chose the Flippy randomizer. Where could I apply this one for math? Let me play around with that one. I would have to physically go in there and play around with it and try. The social wall will be up for a little while. I don't have another session after this one. Give me an opportunity to kind of play around with this after this session, and then I'll respond. Let me just play with it and see. And I'll make sure I get back to you. Stacy, I like your answer. She said, could you use random names to match different problems at work? I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that myself. I think that's a great idea. I was thinking about that when I was wanted to play with it a little bit before I said it too loud. All right, we have 3, 2, 1. All right, the timer is gone. That is our 5 minutes. Well, I really, really hope that you liked that activity. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you all for doing that. But we're going to move on and do the next one. If you thought that one was great, I'm telling you, I've got some awesome stuff in store for you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go on to the next slide. Now we're going to the next slide. All right. So the next one is Google Earth. And if you have never played with Google Earth, oh my wow, you are missing out on so many cool things. All right. So what Google Earth allows you to do, it creates stories and maps, and you have a creation tool where you can draw on top of a map. You can even add your own photos. You can customize the views, and you can collaborate with others. But it is a great way to make, number one, you can have a virtual field trip. Really, really cool, really, really easy. But then what I like to do with what I've done before and what I've seen other teachers do is you can make a scavenger hunt. So if you see here in my GIF, you see how I was going to a location, but it actually takes you physically right there. You can zoom in on different things and zoom in on different features. You can literally go places that you would not even dream or imagine. You can take your students to learn about anything. So imagine doing something like this rather than flipping a page in a book. You can actually take your students there, okay? So just like I always do, I'm gonna leave my presentation, and now we're gonna go to Google Earth. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta make this leave. All right, there it is. All right, so now we are going to go to Google Earth. All right, so all you're gonna do is you're gonna go to earth.google, and I've already opened it up, of course, because I want to save time and things like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through the search here. So I want you to just think about, I'm gonna show you where there are more games and things like that, but I want you to think about how you can build maybe a scavenger hunt for your students. I just want you to kind of think about it. So I'm gonna click on the search here, and let's go to Disney. No, let's not do that. Let's go to Africa. Why not? Why not? Why not? So look, the world. Look at the world. Look. It's moving. It's physically moving. It's taking me all the way around to the other side of the earth. And look at there. Now I'm looking at Africa. So now I can take this a step further. Let's say I want to go to Chad. All right, and it kind of gives me some images here, some graphics here, and I can zoom in if I want to zoom in and kind of see some of the things that are there. I have to really, really get in there. You see how close it's letting me get to these things. And let me back up. I should have chosen a location. Let me back this up. Let me go to a more familiar location that has things that like kind of stand out. Let's go to Disney. Should have done that one from the beginning. Disney World. Let's just go to Disney World. Better yet, Magic Kingdom. You hear the kid in me. All right, let's go to the Magic Kingdom. All right, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one because I like to zoom in on the rides and things that are there. All right, so there's the Magic Kingdom. So here's the rides and all those things. I can zoom in here and I can actually see a lot of these things. Let me come back out and I'm going to show you how you can expand with this. So when I go here, if I click here, it'll take me to it. And I want to go to, there's Epcot. If I click on this arrow here, it takes me to the resort. Animal Kingdom Park, I can say zoom here. It's going to turn and it's going to take me there. All right, and then you can literally go, I'm trying to zoom in, I'm trying to do this with, there it is. But I can literally go all the way in there. This is not doing what I needed to do. Forgive me. Let me close this for just 1 second because I'm looking for something that it's not giving me. Oh, here it is. All right. So if I click on the person tab here, now I can actually click right over here and it's going to take me all the way down to this area. So now I am inside one of the restaurants, okay? So now I'm able to see that. And where a lot of these pictures are coming from, It's from another app that is called Street View. And what other people are doing, other visitors are doing, they are taking pictures and they're uploading them to Street View. So now it gives me an opportunity where I can go directly to the place that we are visiting and I can see details. So imagine if you are studying pyramids, or if you are studying different buildings, or if you're studying the rainforest, you can actually take your students to the rainforest, click on the little Street View figure here, and then you can actually go in and see pictures that people have taken. So very quickly, I'm going to go here to Voyager. And what Voyager allows you to do, Voyager has different activities and different games that are already built in. And remember, this is free as well. So you have things with nature. You have a tab here for games, Street View. But because we're talking about gamification, I'm going to go to the games. All right. So this was one that I really, really enjoy. These are all different games that you can have your students participate in. Okay. Remember again, what's the key word? These are all free and they're already done for you. So if we go to the quiz on animal calls, okay, it's going to take us there now. And I'm going to say, let's go. We're not going to do the whole thing. It's going to show you how it goes. So you see the question, which creature makes this sound when it's on the move? So let's click. Well, imagine doing this with your littles if you are exploring, you know, the different types of animals. So I'm going to assume that's a horse. And it says great start. And now look what it's doing. It is taking me to a location where the horses are. See, the Street View that somebody has already taken and already done. So we're going to do one more, but this is so cool. The next question, what pack of animals makes this guttural cry? Let's see. Oh my God. That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. Oh my. Okay, I'm going to assume, and I may be wrong. I think it's a llama, but I may be wrong. Oh, I am wrong. This sound was made by the camel. So now it's going to take me to see the camel. And look at that. So just look at that. I mean, it is so cool. It's just all about the sounds. And it's actually taking me where we can view these camels, you know, and view the different animals. So what I want you to do is, because I know we didn't go dive deep in Google Earth, but what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to now go to Google Earth yourself. You're going to go back to that presentation. You're going to click on that link. I want you to go to Google Earth. I would like for you to go and try to visit one place that you have never visited before. When you open it up, you are going to go to that search key, and I want you to go and try to visit one place you have never visited before. And after you have done that, I want you to say, this is awesome. Exclamation point. I want you to put that in the social wall for me. So just like before, you're going to get 5 minutes, and I'm going to put it in the social. You're going to give you 5 minutes, and I want you to put it in the social wall and say, this is awesome, after you've done it. Okay. Now, while you're doing that, just like before, I'm going to go back to the social wall now. And if there are any questions, I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to start answering those for you. All right. You have 5 minutes. Now, remember, when you finish, you got to come back. So if you decide to go visit a beach, you got to come back. You can't stay on vacation the whole time. All right. 5 minutes starting now. Also, when you write, when you let us know that we're awesome, make sure you tell us where you visited, please. Make sure you tell us where. That'll give us some ideas where we think we want to go visit. But just think about the things you can do with your students while you're doing this. Oh, someone has visited Hawaii. This is cool beans. I love it. Awesome sauce. Y'all are making this virtual thing kind of fun. This is great. Oh, very cool, very cool. Cool beans. Oh, I'm loving reading these comments. This is great. Yes, this is cool. I love it. Yeah, y'all are some cool peeps. This is cool. Y'all are going to some really cool places. Yeah, this is cool beans. I am loving this. So, yeah, so think about when you're studying something in social studies, man, you can go so much further than watching a movie or flipping a page in a book. I mean, give your students an opportunity, to just give them a different view. This is cool. This is something different. It's exciting. And make a game out of it. You can ask questions. There's a way in here where you can ask questions and make a lesson. And as they answer the questions, they click on each question and it takes them to a different location. So you can make a game out of this. You can make a whole game out of this. All right, I see where I have a few of you who are having trouble. If you will, at the end, if you'll get my contact information, even if we have to do a mini Zoom or whatever, we can work together and I can get you back on track with that, okay? So yeah, if you're struggling with it, when you get my contact information at the end, like I said, we can schedule something and I'll get with you and I'll get you back on track, okay? All right, so our 5 minutes are up. I see several of you enjoyed that. I mean, you all did some amazing visiting, some amazing places. All right, so what we are going to do now, I got to go back to my presentation and we're going to move on and do another activity. Oh, this one is so cool. All right, so this one is called Time to Climb. And I had one way I was going to do it, but I really might let you all just join in and we'll see how it goes because I'm really enjoying the interaction. So this is something that is in Nearpod, okay? And if you have ever used Nearpod is a paid subscription, but it also does have a free subscription. But within Nearpod, it has a gamifying activity called Time to Climb, okay? So what it allows you to do, it's the teacher is gonna make questions and the students are going to answer those questions, okay? The students are gonna answer the questions. And then from there, as the students get them right or wrong, their little character is gonna move up a little wall, up a little hill, to be exact. And they're gonna just kind of move forward. And actually, I just said a little earlier, I was gonna get you all in it. I'm not gonna be able to do that because you can't see me. So what I'm going to do is I have other devices that I'm going to do and I am going to show you using the devices, my other devices, how this is going to work. So let me get my stuff pulled up And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Nearpod. And then from there, I'm going to do the time to climb activity. Now, I will say this before I go any further. If you are interested in learning anything else in Nearpod, I do have a Nearpod course going on right now. If you will just send me an email after you get my contact, it's a self-paced course. You can earn up to 8 credit hours and you don't turn anything in until July 30th is when you have everything to be turned in. So if you're interested in learning more about Nearpod, feel free to take my free course. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to exit my presentation and I'm going to show you how this Nearpod thing works, okay? So I am going to go to Nearpod. And then what I'm going to do so you can see the student view and the teacher view, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new window, okay? And I'm going to bring this window over here. Hold on, I needed to do it like I needed to do it. Let me change this view one more time. Didn't do it like I wanted, but it's okay. I'm gonna work it out. And then I'm gonna get this one and I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller so we can kind of see how it all works. I want you all to see the student and the teacher view. So as a teacher, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on here. And what Nearpod allows you to do, it allows you to have a live participation where you are controlling the student's screen. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of Nearpod, but I want you to see how the time to climb activity works. Okay, so I'm going to click on live participation. And then I'm going to go on here and I'm going to go to Nearpod. Let me launch a new one because this is when I was practicing earlier. All right. So I'm going to go over here and go to Nearpod. And I'm going to join a lesson. And remember over here on the right-hand side, I am being the student. On the left-hand side, this is the teacher, okay? So this is what it looks like on the teacher end, okay? So like I said, what Nearpod allows you to do, it allows you to make an interactive presentation. Okay, and then what the students are going to do is they're going to see your presentation on their screen, but you are in full control of the presentation. So when you click, their screen moves. This is one of the activities that can be embedded into your presentation, okay? So I'm going to put the code in here. And I'm going to click join. And if you give me 2 seconds, I'm going to also join on my other devices. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my name here. I'll just use AJ, my initials, and I'm gonna click join the lesson. And now I'm going to join also on my other device so you can see what it looks like with having different devices. Well, just having multiple participants in. And that person's going to join. And right now the students are waiting on me. See that the activity cannot start because the teacher has not started it, okay? So I'm signing in also on 2 other devices so you can see what it looks like. All right, so I'm signed in on my other devices and I'm gonna click this out here and now I am ready to start. Join that session and join the session. All right, everybody. All right, so right here on the teacher end, I have different themes. I have Himalayan scene, space theme, or underwater. I'm gonna click space because I think it's kind of cool. So I'm gonna click continue. Now you notice on my student side, look, my students get to pick their own character. So this person here, we're gonna choose I guess that is a frog or something. Good music. All right, so the students get the music too. Remember, this is like a game. We're making it fun. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and pick my character for my other person. All right, and you see my other students coming in. You see, These are my other students. So imagine if you have 15, 18 students, you're going to have 15, 18 little students over here. Okay. And right over here, your students are going to see all their classmates. They're all going to be fun little figures. You know, how cool is that? Like I said, we're making it a game. So now I'm going to click on start. Because now as the teacher, I'm starting the activity now. And I'm going to close this in just a smidgen. A little bigger if I can. All right, so right here it says, what's the name of your current presenter? This person's going to get it right, okay? This other person is going to get it incorrect, and I'll let this other person over here get it right. And you see the timer is on. Now what I need to do, make sure I do over here, let me move this a little bit so you can see the mountain. Hold on, I gotta move this a little bit. I gotta make it bigger so you can see. There it is over there, the mountain, right over here. All right, so it says, can you tell what may be your presenter's favorite color? If you know me, if anybody knows me, my favorite color is purple. I'm gonna let this person get it correct. This person's gonna get it correct. This person over here is gonna get it incorrect. And watch. Everybody's moving, everybody's moving. You see? So, and now you see how on my screen, you saw my name, okay? So if you notice right here, all I can see is my name. Now I see my classmates, but they don't have names. So if they hover over it, they can see the names. But this is me right here. So what team does your current presenter work for? This person is genius. She's gonna get all of them right. This person's gonna get it correct. And this one's gonna get it incorrect. So everybody has submitted their answers, I believe. And we're gonna watch everybody move up the mountain. All right, and you see at the end, here it is. See, they had a computer member or something playing with me, but you see here, unless someone joined in, someone may have joined in because the code was up there. Very cool, very cool. Yes, someone joined in. I appreciate whoever it was. That's so cool. Okay, that just made my whole day. Whoever that was that joined in, I have Sally S. and I have Jess. Oh my gosh, and Brandy Duke. Was not expecting that. And I don't even know how you do my favorite. Like I told you, my favorite color was purple. But yeah, that just made my whole day because I wasn't expecting anybody to join in. So thanks for making my day. That was totally awesome. I appreciate that. So what we're going to do, if you have any questions or anything on this, please feel free to put them in the chat. I'm not going to look at them right now. Looking at my time, and I got to make sure I use my time wisely. And also, I don't want to give you any dead time. So we are not going to look into that. Let me close this screen out over here. Now I'm finished with this. And let me make this big again. And now I'm going to close this out. All right, so if you think that your students would like to do the Nearpod time to climb activity, put in the social wall, oh yeah. I mean, really, how cool is that? And that's just a tiny snippet of what is in Nearpod. Like I said, if you would like more information on the course that I'm running for all the teachers in the state of Alabama, like I said, you can join it anytime. It is a self-paced course. Like I said, and all of your assignments are just to be turned in by July 30th. If you would just make sure that you get my contact information at the very end, I will be sure to make sure that I give it the information for the course. So you can join the course. And thanks again for those of you who actually got in the Nearpod and joined. That kind of took me by surprise. I wasn't looking at the numbers who participated, and I appreciate that. That was super cool. Super, super exciting. All right, so we're going to go back to the presentation. And I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to go back. And right here, you guys, with this video that I make, this is the video that I actually use in my course. And this kind of seeing the same thing that you just saw, but it's just another example of when we were doing a time to climb activity. Okay, so all of these videos and things that I have included in here are just so you can go back and look at them later. Okay, just go back and look at them later at your own time.
All right, so
No, we don't want
what
to
we're
go
going to
to it. All right. All right, so right here, so we've done that. All right, so this one right here, now this is one of my favorites, and I kind of found this on accident, and this is so simple, and it is so cool. I think I went too far. Or did I? I have a slide. I have a slide that's out of place. I'll fix that, and as long as you have the code, when I fix it, you'll get the live change. It won't be a big deal, but yeah, I got a slide out of place. All right, so check this out. This is called Badge Builder. Badge Builder is so cool. So what it allows you to do, you can create and design, and you can download all of these digital badges, okay? Just think about the things you can do with it. I have seen reading coaches make digital badges. I saw one for speech. I saw it was a teacher who was teaching code, and she made code badges, so just think about those kinds of things that you can make. So cool, and it's free, and you can send them to your students. So with any type of activity that you're making, or any type of game that you are including in your classroom, remember I talked about the importance of rewarding students, okay? They want to be rewarded. Like I said, that's just like any game. I told you in Mario Brothers, what is our goal? We want to save the princess. That is our reward. Okay, so this is the same thing. We want to give our students a reward. And as a teacher, this is free, and they're going to love it. You know what I mean? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into badge builders, and I'm going to create a badge first, okay? And then I'm going to let you go in, and you're going to create your own badge that you think you would like to share with your students, okay? So let me get out of here. And then I am going to go to Badge Builder. All right, remember, this is free. And I have to keep saying that because I remember being in the classroom, and I remember when people would be showing me things, and if it wasn't free, I really didn't entertain it. All right, so check this out. These are all the free shapes of the different badges that you have access to. So, of course, I'm going to choose this purple one to start with. Right here, you can add your own images. So if you can use your school logo and add it to the top. I mean, this is so many things that you can do. You have different ribbons that you can add. If you want to add a ribbon to it, you can do that. Like, I'll just get this ribbon, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Let me see, get right on it. There it is. And I'm just going to put this right around right here. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to add some text. This is so easy, I'm telling you. I want to add text. And I'm just going to put, this is going to be the Gamification Award. But yeah, so if you're doing something with reading or multiplications, or if you are learning your states, I mean, just anything. But this is a very quick way, especially with everything being so digital. You can create a badge. You can email it to your student. You can send it through Dojo. You can send it through Google Classroom. You can send it to your student. You can send it to their parent if you want to show them. But if you have something like this, and your students can start creating a folder that has all of their badges in it. I mean, just think about how that would pump you up, knowing you have all of these badges that you've earned throughout the school year. That would pump me up. So now all I have to do is I can download this badge. I'm going to put my email in. And now I'm going to download it, and boom, now I have my badge. I have the badge. I can send it. I can send it to other students. I can send it to anybody. But this is so simple, but it is so meaningful. So simple and so meaningful. And the fact that you can make it custom, you can customize it, with your students' names if you wanted to. You can customize it with your school's name. This is something that is so small, but it is so meaningful to our student, okay? So for our last activity, what I want you to do is I want you to go and I would like for you to build a badge. Okay. And then from there, what I want for you to do, I want you to upload that badge into the social wall. Okay. That's what I want you to do. I want you to go to Badge Builder. Let me go here. Hold on. I'm on the wrong thingamajiggy. There it is. I want you to go to Badge Builder. I want you to create a digital badge. You see my little Bitmoji here. This is something that is literally priceless, but it's so meaningful for our students. So what I want you to do is I'm going to give you 5 minutes. And then what I would like for you to do, I want you to go through and create a badge. After you have created this badge, I want you to upload your badge into the social wall so I can see it. All right. Thank you. So I'm going to start with the 5 minutes right now. I'm going to go back into the social wall as I did before, and I'm going to look for any questions, look for any aha moments or anything like that. But feel free to go ahead and do that now. Your 5 minutes are starting now. Oh, so glad to see you all enjoyed using Nearpod. Looking at the comments now. Yes. All right, somebody, I'm going to put the first slide back up. Somebody was needing the link. And I apologize for not being able to see the chat first off. Someone asked, would they be able to view this presentation again? I'm not sure how long it's going to be in the app. I'm really not sure, but I will give you access to this presentation and I will give you my contact information. But it is possible, yeah, I'm not sure because it's not one of the on-demand sessions. But I will say I am doing this session again face-to-face. Let me look at my information to tell you what time. But I am doing this. So if any of you came in late, or maybe if you just want to come in and do it face-to-face, I am doing this same exact session again tomorrow at 8 o'clock in room 203B. So for anybody that came in late, or if anybody just wants to see this session done face-to-face, I am doing this session again tomorrow at 8 a.m. in room 203B. Oh, I'm seeing some badges. Love them. Love that for the book club. Love it. Okay, you're getting the message that it's desktop only. Okay. Yeah, I've never tried it on an iPad. But yeah, that might be an issue with an iPad. Oh, AETC day one pop. You know what? That's amazing. I like that one. You guys are awesome. I love these badges. Now, was this not so simple and so easy? Now, and just think about it, if you gave this to your students, that would be so meaningful. I mean, really, because it just shows you thought about them, you know? This is, honestly, y'all are doing a great job. Okay, okay, I got you. You're having an issue with the iPad. I got you, I got you. Yeah, y'all are doing great. Great, great, great. Let me see how much time is left on our timer. We have 16 seconds left. All right, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so that is the last thing that I have to share with you. So here's what you were looking for, some of you. Here is all of my contact information, okay? Here is my email. It is techieteacher3@gmail.com. If you're on Twitter, feel free to follow me. Also, if you've seen it or had any aha moments, with this session, feel free to tweet me out. And also, here's my cell phone number. All right, so you have all of these 3 ways that you can contact me. Remember, I said before, I do have a Nearpod course going on that really digs in deep to a lot of things that are going on in Nearpod. Feel free to reach out to me in any of these ways. I will say that the email and Twitter will probably be the easiest thing and the quickest thing because I don't always have my work phone on me. But if you email me or if you message me in Twitter, I will be sure to get information out to you ASAP about that course. All right. So I thank you all so very much for joining me. I appreciate all of your participation. I hope that you all got something out of this and that you have something that you're able to take back with you. But I thank you so much. I really, really do. This has been a great experience. This virtual thing has been new for all of us, and you all made it very, very awesome for me. And I appreciate you more than you ever know. All right, well, that is all I have for today. And I hope that if some of you all are here, I hope that I'll run into you. If not, hopefully I'll see you all in some more virtual sessions. All right, thanks so much, guys, and you all have a great day.